welcome, and we're going to tell you a little bit here about academic physical science for your student for this year. So, academic physical science is the ninth grade science curriculum for freshmen. It consists of half half the year. One semester is chemistry, and one semester is physics. The old name of this class back in the day was Science Foundations, and I think that kind of says a lot about the purpose of the course and a lot of what your student is going to learn this year in the course. So we start out by um, discussing and working on a lot of skills for the students that are going to carry them through their science education in high school and really beyond. So things like proper measurement techniques, proper observational techniques, recording of data, um, some of the sort of background skills that don't always get thought of as important science skills, but sort of teaching you to think like a scientist. Okay. So as far as content goes, you can read here. Like I said, the first semester is largely chemistry, so a lot of measurement, heat transfer, atomic structure, um, chemical reactions. The laboratory consists of a number of similar things to back these things up. We'll use some heating elements. We'll use various different measuring devices for the students to reinforce those measuring skills, things like that. It's a very dynamic lab, um, and it's a lot of fun. The kids get a lot out of it, I think, for this first semester. Second semester was physics, continuing with the hands-on theme, lots of laboratory time. Physics is a study largely, not all, but largely for us, at least for ninth grade, is largely the study of motion. We get a little bit of electricity in there, a little bit of wave, I believe a little bit of nuclear science in there. And then if we have time, we do try to stick in some astronomy at the end, a little bit of space science and things like that. Typically, we get to have that time. We have in years past, and so I'm hopeful that this year we will do that as well because it's a very enjoyable thing. And if it's nice outside, we may even try to do a couple of either evening or early morning laboratory opportunities to make some astronomical observations from the ground. So, but largely, these are basic topics. These are introductory topics. These are really trying to give students a very broad base of scientific understanding, so that to help them sort of move and choose through as they get on to their upper level years and start to be able to make choices about where they want their education to go, whether that continues in science or whether they realize that their interests lie elsewhere. We want to help them make those decisions one way or the other. Resources for your students. Everything's online. We have an online book, which they should all be hooked up with by now and signed up for. We do have hard copies available of that book just in case somebody feels like you need one of those. The amount of time we actually spend with the book directly is limited. However, it is a good resource. So the online book is really a good option, just because they don't have to lug a book back and forth too much for the course. So we like that we have that option for them. Google Classroom is a resource that essentially the entirety of the building is on board with and should be using, and so it should be a very familiar thing for your students. It is something that is carried over from the middle school. I know that most folks down there are utilizing it as well, and this really is the first stop for them. Any important announcements about the course will start there. Any resources will get posted there. Oftentimes assignments will get turned in there. Not as much as in the past. I think in the past we got a little overkill on digital assignments, and I'm hoping, at least personally, to back off from that a little bit. There's a lot of value in a piece of paper in front of a student's face, and the interaction with that is very important. So that coupled with the increased seat time now, I think is going to help us immensely, and I'm thrilled we get to go forward with that as well. I'm attempting this year to do a lot of video notes. I find they have a lot of advantages, at least as far as posting them online. A PDF or something like this, or a slide presentation doesn't have, that doesn't have the audio with it. You lose a lot of the explanatory value there. The videos also have the advantage of being able to stop and start at will, rewind, skip things that they don't need to watch necessarily. And I think that will help a lot. I'll try to keep them very short, so that students can digest them quickly or go back and look at them quickly when and if they need to. And I think they'll serve as a really great study tool come exam time, or come any kind of assessment time that we're coming up. It should be a great place to go back and look back through things. I think that's about it. Okay. We're looking forward to this year quite a bit, to having a more dynamic and interactive relationship with the students, more personal relationship with the students, a lot more one-on-one time. We're glad to be back, and we hope you are too. And of course, if you ever have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email me at any time. Clergetts@bbhcsd.org. I'll get back to you within 24 hours for sure, and we can work through any problems or issues you might have. If there are any other questions about the course, about the student, again, contact me. We'll get that sorted out, and looking forward to a great year. Thanks for watching.